How likely do you think it is that HS2 will be delivered within the department's £56 billion budget?
There is probably close to a zero chance of HS2 being built within the 56 billion ceiling unless there are changes of scope. And there are obviously options for changes of scope, reducing the frequency, although I'm not clear how much that will save apart from the direct saving of capital cost by needing less rolling stock. Reducing the speed, that may save capital costs in particular in relation to the tunnels, or indeed reducing the geographical scope of the system by, for example, curtailing it at Old Oak Common, at least initially, or, for example, not building the Crewe to Manchester section, which actually, in terms of the number of trains that would use it, will be a relatively lightly used part of the network. All of these changes, of course, will impact on the business case, which I think has always been, in my view, fragile. The suggestion, which I think is a canard, that HS2 will free up commuting capacity into Leeds or Manchester, actually, this simply isn't true. If you take the morning peak as an example, there are 2 trains that arrive in Manchester before 9 o'clock. Only 2 trains in the morning peak. So you might say, oh, well, that's at least 2 alternative paths that you could operate, but one of those trains goes via Stoke and Macclesfield and is not full of people who've left Euston at 6:30 in the morning. It's full of people from Stoke and Macclesfield. The other train goes via Crewe and Wilmslow and is similarly full of people from Crewe to Wilmslow. So those trains would have to run anyway. The position with Leeds is exactly the same, and the amount of additional train path capacity that HS2 brings to the northern cities is pretty much zero.
Yeah.